Bienvenida, senor.
Thank you, Pepe.
It was nice of you to come, senor.
Well, it was nice of you and your father to ask me.
Amigo! How are you, my friend?
Fine. And you?
Excellent, excellent.
It looks like I'm early.
Don't worry, my friend. Teresa and her father will be here.
Would you like a drink, senor?
By all means.
I hear that you have been seeing a great deal of Teresa Camargo.
Well, yes, I guess I have.
Oh, she's a lovely girl, to your good taste.
Thank you.
And to you, to the Barclays, and most important, to my dear friend, your mother.
Thank you, General.
So, how is the work coming along at your mine?
Well, installing pumps is a little slow process.
Good, good, good. I'm glad to hear that. If it means that we will have you with us a longer time.
But won't you be going back to Mexico City soon?
No. I will be staying here in Rio Blanco. I have resigned from the government. I have broken with Diaz. This does not seem to surprise you.
No. No, I've seen what's been happening.
Our people have lost everything they gained under Presidente Juarez.
Pepe. But he's right. Diaz has nothing to offer the people except the firing squad to those who complain too loudly.
But what are you going to do, General?
Once, I would have fought against him as I did against Santana, Guerrero, Bustamante, as I fought with Juarez against Maximilian and the French. But I'm not so young anymore, and that must be Teresa and her father.
General!
Amigo.
General, you must get away from here.
Get away.
Diaz has ordered your arrest. The Ruales are coming for you. They will be here any minute now.
You must take Pepe and go. Use our horses.
Wait.
There is no time to argue, General. You must leave Rio Blanco now. You must get out of Mexico.
Leave Mexico?
It is not safe here anymore. Diaz's rurales are everywhere.
But to run away?
General, you must go now.
But where? I have no place.
Across the border to California. To the ranch. You'll be safe there. Come on.
Pepe, vamos. Adiós, amigo, and gracias.
Buenas noches, Senor Barclay.
Buenas noches, Captain. What's going on?
I have orders to arrest Vicente Ruiz.
The General?
El Bandito, Senor.
Bandit?
Si. You've seen him?
No, I haven't seen the, bandit. Buenas noches, Captain.
Oh, thank you, General.
Please.
Sorry. Vicente. But I just can't think if he's anything but general.
All right, baby.
Sí, papá. Buenos días, señora.
Good morning, Pepe. Vicente,
Good morning.
Where are you going,
into
Linda?
town. Is there anything I can get for you?
Oh, for me, no, nothing, thank you.
Oh, here comes Jared.
Thank you.
What are you doing home this time of day?
Playing postman for my lady.
From Heath? Oh, does it say when he'll be home?
Dear family, if the installation of the pumps goes as expected, I'll be leaving here on the 21st.
That's a week from today.
Tell Nick I'm stalling until he gets through riding fence up at Sky Meadows.
Well, I'll tell you what's keeping him down there. It's that pretty senorita he's been writing about.
Oh?
And wait till Brother Nick hears about the lovely Teresa Dolores Francesca Camargo. He'll get mad, drop everything he's doing, and go fishing until Heath gets back. Hey, where are you going, to town?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you, my dear, are unanimously elected to prepare my lunch.
Oh, lucky me.
I can tell by your attitude that you are absolutely overwhelmed.
Heath sends you his regards.
Oh, thank you. I can see that you still don't like for me to work as a herrero.
But we want you here as a guest, not a blacksmith. Now, I'm about ready to put my foot down.
Then I will have to leave. You see, I like the work of a herrero. It was the work of my father and of his father. It is good work. Work. That is something I have almost forgotten how to do. I have almost forgotten everything but to hate and kill. Now, for the first time since I was no bigger than Pepe, I have peace. I have my work. I have my son with me. I have you and your family as my friends. There is nothing more that I want. I'm happy.
All right, Vicente. I'll try and remember that.
Thank you.
Buenos días, señores.
Buenos dias.
I saw you're in Campamento.
Oh, now, what can we do for you?
I'm looking for an hacienda of a family named Barkley.
What do you want there?
I'm looking for a friend.
What's his name? I'm Nick Barkley.
Que buena suerte. I'm looking for Vicente Ruiz, who's staying at your ranch. Perhaps he has mentioned my name to you. I'm Jacobo Lopez.
As a matter of fact, he has, yes.
I must see Vicente, senor.
Well, the road to the ranch is right down there. Pretty long trip, though. You're welcome to stay here for some grub if you like.
No, senor, gracias. But I must see Vicente. Adios.
Adios.
Jacobo, you made a mistake. A big mistake.
lovely, my dear, lovely.
That was beautiful, Teresa.
Come in, Captain, come in.
Buenas tardes, Don Alfredo. Forgive me, but I was riding by and I heard the senorita singing. I was enchanted. I could not resist the temptation to stop and pay my respects.
Gracias.
Ah, Senor Barkley. It's good to see you. It's been a long time. Weeks.
Been busy out at the mine, Captain.
Ah, see. And I have been busy searching the hills for Ruiz. But with no luck, of course. I will tell you why. He's in California.
Are you sure?
Positive. California. That's your home, senor.
California's a big state, Captain.
True. But still, it is somewhat of a coincidence, is it not? Since I have been informed that your family has known Ruiz for many, many years.
My mother has.
I see. She must have been shocked to learn that he had embezzled 1 million pesos from the government of Mexico.
Well, I must tell you something about my mother, Captain. She's one of those people who believes a man isn't guilty until he's proved guilty.
Of course. But if Ruiz is innocent, why did you run away?
Do you really want me to answer that?
See.
Let's not spoil an afternoon with such talk. May I offer you a brandy?
Gracias, senor. Senor Barkley, have you heard from your family?
The garden is lovely this time of day.
Senorita? Ah, muchas gracias, Don Alfredo.
Thanks for rescuing me.
I didn't want you to waste any time on Capitan Chavez. When soon you will be gone.
Well, unless one of those new pumps at the mines break down.
Is it possible?
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Miguel. General. ¿Cómo está, amigo? Bien.
¿Qué tal, Vicente?
What a happy surprise.
Let us have a look at you, hombre.
What's this? You're wearing the clothes of a poblano.
Sure, I'm a blacksmith now.
Oh, no.
You joke.
No, I do not believe it.
Listen, you bandidos should try an honest day's work. It's not as bad as you think.
Wait, I have something for you, General.
No more, General. No more.
We will talk about that. But first, look.
Amontillado.
From your own wine cellar in Rio Blanco.
No.
See, Captain Chavez lives there now, but we still visit the wine cellar now and then.
Hey, you bandidos. You ride a long way. Let's wash down the dust with some of this wine, huh?
Tomar un poco.
Yes, I tengo, hombre.
Ratito.
Everybody's asleep, so we sit down here. Make yourself comfortable, my friends. What a surprise, what a surprise. I was on my way to sleep. All of a sudden, I look up and I see, hey! Never in 100 years will I think such a surprise. Salud.
Suerte. Tengo una sed.
It's good, huh? General, this is like old times, huh?
Yes, it's just like old times. But tell me, you did not come all the way from Rio Blanco just to have a drink with me, did you? Huh?
No, we did not come just to drink wine.
Then why did you come?
General, Diaz knows where you are.
Well, so? He's not president here. What can he do?
Just what he has done, Vicente. Sent an asesino to kill you.
We found out and we came after him. We caught up with him this afternoon.
And he got away from us. But he is wounded. We will catch up with him.
You know, only today I told the senora I have finally found peace.
That is not all, General. It will be hard for you to believe this. But that asesino, that was Jacobo.
Jacobo? Jacobo? No. It is true.
But Jacobo, he's my friend.
He belongs to Diaz now.
No. For 25 years, I ride together with him. I fight together with him. He's more than a compadre to me. He is a brother.
That is what Diaz is doing to Mexico. He is turning our brothers into spies, traitors, asesinos.
No, not Jacobo.
See, Jacobo.
Well, then there is no hope.
You are wrong, Vicente. There is still much hope. You do not know. You have been away. The people, they are angry, restless. They are like the brush grown dry in the sun. One spark, and all of Mexico will go up in flames. And you could strike that spark.
Vicente, the people all over Mexico are scrawling your name. Viva Vicente. Viva Ruiz. Death to Diaz.
And Diaz is not blind. He sees, he knows. And he is afraid. That is why he sent Jacobo to kill you.
Come back, General. Your old compañeros are waiting. They rode with you once. They will ride again.
No, you do not need me.
We do.
There must be others.
If there were, we would not be here.
Only you can overthrow Diaz.
Come back, Vicente.
I have to think about it.
General, you do not belong here. You belong with your compañeros, where you are able to help them fight.
I have friends here, too. And my son is here also.
See, but your amigos, they are waiting for you.
I cannot decide now.
Bueno. We understand, General. But when? When can you give us an answer? Tomorrow, eh?
Sí, tomorrow.
Bueno. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Hasta mañana.
Nos veremos, ¿eh?
Good morning, senora.
Vicente, I thought you might like a cool drink.
Oh, gracias.
There.
Thank you.
Well, I suppose your friends will be here soon.
See.
Have you made up your mind what you're going to do?
No, not yet. Oh, I've been very happy these last 3 months, senora.
Well, I'm glad, Vicente, but...
But what?
Well, I wonder how long you could go on being happy, knowing your people wanted you and need you.
Well, I have to think of Pepe.
Oh, he could stay here.
No,
Pepe?
I won't stay here. If you go back to Mexico, I go with you.
You can always come back later on.
No,
Pepe, you will do as I say.
I won't stay here without you. If you leave me, I'll go back on my own. I swear it.
Oh, he's your son, Vicente. No question about that.
See. All right. You will come with me if I decide to go back.
If you go back? Haven't you already made up your mind?
Si. You're right, senor. I have decided. I am going back. We are going back.
Senor, I thought you were... Help me, senor. Help.
So, compadre, we ride again.
But not for someone else this time, General. For you. This time it is you they want. It is you they wait for. By the thousands, General. By the tens of thousands.
Nick and Jared will be disappointed they weren't here to say goodbye to you. So I'll say it for them. Goodbye, Vicente, and good luck.
How can I thank you, senora?
You can't, because there's nothing to thank me for. I mean it. I'm still in your debt. I always will be. Pepe.
Adios, senora.
Adios, senorita.
Adios, General. Mother.
Nick.
Friend of Vicente's. Hank! Take him on inside. I'll be in a minute.
You're wrong, senor. He was my friend, but he died my enemy. His name was Jacobo Lopez. We rode together, and he became an asesino for Diaz. He was sent here to kill me. If it were not for my friends, he would.
Well, now, that's not the story that Jacobo told me before he died.
No?
He said that these men were working for Diaz, not him.
He said that about us, senor?
He said that these men were sent down here to get you back to Mexico.
He lied.
Let him finish.
But it was Jacobo that...
Let him finish.
Vicente, if we had come down here to kill you, would we be standing here?
You didn't come here to kill him. Diaz doesn't want him dead, not right now, anyway. He's afraid it'll make a martyr out of him. But he does want you back in Mexico so he can put you on trial for embezzlement. Vicente, the people want you, not Diaz, and Diaz knows this. He also knows the only way to stop these people from following you is to get you to Mexico, put you on trial, brand you a thief, and disgrace you. Well, anyway, that's Jacobo's story.
Do you think that he was telling the truth?
Well, now, Vicente, you knew him better than I did. What do you think?
Vicente.
Look, Vicente, the man was dying. He knew he was dying. Now, why would he lie? What would he have to gain?
What would he have to gain, Miguel?
Vicente, we have been friends for a long time.
Answer the question. What did he have to gain?
You can't believe that I would...
Why? Why should I believe what you say about Jacobo and not believe what Jacobo says about you? You say we have been friends for a long time. That is true. But so have I been friends with Jacobo. You say that Diaz turns our compadres into traitors. If it is true, if it has happened to Jacobo, then why can't it happen to anybody? To me? To you? To anyone else? Huh? Why?
Vicente, I swear that...
You lie! Oh, no! For 30 years, I have known you, Miguel.
I know those eyes. I know that face, and I know when there's a lie behind them. Oh, get out of my sight, all of you.
You heard him. Now move out. Move!
Mejor irnos.
Hasta la vista, General.
Si, we will meet again.
And perhaps we too, senor.
Thank you. It was a lovely day.
My pleasure.
Teresa,
Yes, Father?
I wish to speak to you.
Yes, Father?
It's about Senor Barclay.
What about him?
I must ask you not to see him again.
Why can't I...
That should not be too much to ask. He will be leaving Rio Blanco in a few days.
But why can't I see him?
Teresa, while you were out, Captain Chavez was here. He brought me disturbing news. The government has found out that Senor Barclay helped Vicente Ruiz escape to the United States. More than that, Ruiz is now living on the Barclay Rancho in California.
But how does that concern us?
Teresa, you are not a child. You know the atmosphere of the country as well as I do. Chavez did not come here to gossip. He came as a friend with a warning. He was advising us to have nothing more to do with this friend of Ruiz.
You are afraid of Chavez?
Only a fool would not be afraid. He could ruin me. I will not risk incurring the displeasure of the Diaz government over nothing.
Nothing.
Flirtation.
He does more than that.
You may call it whatever you wish, but it must stop. Teresa, you may think of me as you wish. You may call me a fool. You may patronize me as a frightened old man. But you cannot disobey me in this.
Good night, Papa.
Good night.
What are we going to do?
I don't know.
I want to go home.
Home. Pepe, do you know what that really means?
I know what Jacobo said to Senor Nick. That the people are waiting for you.
Even so, Diaz will not run at the sound of the first shot. It will mean months. At least months of living in the mountains. Hiding, fighting, being haunted.
I don't care.
But I care for you, Pepe. That was my life. I don't want that for you. I promised your mother.
That was your promise, Papa, not mine.
All right. Good night, Pepe. We will talk in the morning, make our decisions. One thing is sure, we cannot stay here. I will not bring my troubles to the house of my friends. Good night, Pepe.
Jared? Oh, Nick.
Well, I'm sure glad to see you.
Something wrong?
We had just a little bit of trouble this afternoon.
The trouble has returned, senor.
Well, well. Do you have the feeling we should know these gentlemen, Nick?
The Diaz men after Vicente.
Get the others, Leon. Now then. Into the house. Move, ándale. Carlos was just coming up to get you, General.
Vamos, Vicente. You're coming with us.
It's a long way to the border, gentlemen. I doubt that you'll ever make it.
All the way south, every lawman's going to be on your trail.
If you wish to see the General die, that is up to you. I promise you, you will never get him back alive.
She's inside, my son.
Please, I'm in a hurry.
Too big a hurry to say goodbye?
Goodbye, Heath.
Now, look, this whole thing doesn't make sense to me. One day we're fine, and the next day I get a note telling me to saddle up and ride. Now, if I've done anything wrong...
You did nothing wrong.
Well, then what is it?
It's my father. He's afraid.
Afraid of what?
Of you. Of the fact that you're a friend of General Ruiz.
Well, he knew that.
But he didn't know you helped him to escape. That he's living on your rancho.
What's that got to do with
He
us?
forbid me to see you. Oh, Heath, you don't understand because you don't live here. You come, you stay a while, you go. But we must stay. Stay with the fear that everything we have could be taken from us. Because somebody doesn't like what we do or say. Or the people we have for friends.
How can you live like that?
Because we've never lived any other way. I must go now.
I'm sorry it had to end like this.
It had to end some way. Sometime.
I'm not so sure about that.
Senor Barkley. I have been looking for you, senor.
Captain Chavez would like to see you before you leave Rio Blanco.
What's he want?
He didn't say, senor. The captain is in his office. Would you come?
You wanted to see me? Well, what about?
Well, senor, I'm afraid I cannot permit you to leave Rio Blanco.
Why not?
Let's stop pretending, senor? I know that you helped Vicente Ruiz the night that he left Rio Blanco. I also know that your family is giving him refuge on your ranch in California. You are guilty of obstructing justice, senor. You are under arrest.
Senor Barkley?
Well, I'm one of them. I'm Nick Barkley.
Permit me.
Mexican consul?
In San Francisco.
Oh, come on in.
Gracias.
Right this way. Mother to Senor Cortinas, Mexican consul.
I am honored, senora.
Senor, please sit down.
Gracias. You will forgive me for calling on you unexpectedly.
That's all right. May I offer you something?
Oh, gracias, no. Senora, I know of the unfortunate incident which took place here last week.
Incident? Well, my home was invaded in an attempt to kidnap a friend, and 2 men were killed. Now, to my mind, that's something a little more than an incident.
Of course, I did not intend to minimize the affair. It was tragic. However, senora, this official expression of regret does not mean that my government is not interested in obtaining the custody of Vicente Ruiz. He is charged with a crime. We wish him returned to Mexico to stand trial.
Well, you obviously want something from me, but what?
Your cooperation.
Cooperation?
Well, you have given Vicente Ruiz refuge in your home.
He's a guest in our home, if that's what you mean.
Ruiz is a criminal, senora. He was a bandit in the Sierra Madre for years.
Is that why Diaz took him into the government?
The Presidente made a mistake in that appointment, senor. One he now acknowledges and is determined to rectify.
And now you throw Vicente into a dark dungeon over some trumped-up charge. Well, now, you listen to me.
Nick?
Well, now, what are we talking to him for, Mother? What could he possibly say that would interest us?
Those are good questions.
Yes, and I will try to answer, senora. The Barkley family has rather extensive financial interests in my country.
Oh, so that's it. We kick Vicente out of our house so your hired guns can grab him and haul him back to Mexico. Or Diaz will make an awful lot of trouble for us.
I would suggest you think about it.
There is nothing to think about.
My son is right. If you're threatening to confiscate our property unless we withdraw our support of the general, you'll just simply have to make good your threat.
But why, senora? Why such a sacrifice for Vicente Ruiz? Does he mean so much to you?
Yes.
I still ask, why?
Senor, my husband and I were in Mexico 30 years ago at the outbreak of the war between our 2 countries. We were working in Durango. And as Norte Americanos, we were arrested as enemy aliens. We could have been executed. I believe we would have been had it not been for a young bandit and his men who were up in the hills around Durango fighting Santa Anna and his men.
Vicente Ruiz.
Yes. He and his men raided Durango, rescued my husband and myself, and took us with them into the hills. We lived with him, he protected us, and eventually he got us back to the United States border. Vicente Ruiz and his men saved our lives, some at the cost of their own.
Now, does that answer your question?
Yes, and I am sorry.
Sorry?
That you feel such a great obligation to Vicente Ruiz. It will make your decision that much more difficult.
What decision?
Senora, your son Heath has been arrested.
Arrested?
For what?
For aiding Vicente Ruiz to escape from Mexico. He is in jail in Rio Blanco, awaiting trial. Senora, your son could receive the death penalty for his crime.
Listo. Apunte. Dispare.
Tomorrow. The next day.
Or the day after that. I will be out there.
You haven't been tried yet.
Neither had he. Under the decrees of Diaz. It's enough that I was a friend of General Ruiz.
He has lots of friends. They can't kill them all.
I shall try to take comfort in that fact when they stand me up against the wall, senor. Perhaps I shall even cry, Viva Vicente! But I doubt it. Once, I would have cut out the heart of any man who called me a coward. But now, senor, I shall be honest with you. I sit here and wish I had some important information the government wanted. Or some compadre I could betray. Anything which I could use to bargain with Captain Chavez to spare my life. I don't want to die. Not like that.
No one does.
And you won't, senor. Government doesn't want your life. It wants Ruiz.
Well, they won't get it.
Your family won't give him up?
No.
And you won't ask them to?
No.
I don't understand that, senor. I think I admire it. But I don't understand it.
Are you telling me there's nothing you can do or nothing you will do?
All I can do is sympathize, Jared.
But surely the State Department would intervene on Heath's behalf if you requested it.
And I have requested it, Victoria.
Senator, are you completely aware that Heath's life is at stake?
If it was my decision, I'd send the army to Rio Blanco to get Heath if necessary. But it isn't my decision. I'll do what I can, but I can't do any more. What about the general? What's been his reaction?
We haven't told him yet.
You haven't told him? In the name of heaven, why not?
Because if he knew that Heath were in jail because of him, he'd give himself up to the Diaz regime immediately.
Don't you think he has a right to make that choice?
We wanted to speak to you first. You see, if Vicente returns to Mexico, he'll never get out of prison alive.
I understand your loyalty to him, Victoria, but you have an obligation to Heath, too.
I'm aware of that.
Of course you are, Victoria. But you're trying to do the impossible. It's Heath or the general, but not both. And is it such a difficult choice, Victoria? Heath is your son. Forget the general.
Well, thank you very much for your time and advice. And you're quite right. We should forget Vicente. Jared, we better be getting home.
Senator?
But you're not going to, are you?
No. No, because we don't believe it is either or. We think we can save both Heath and Vicente. At least we'll try. Thank you.
Guard! Guard! Sergeant.
What's the matter?
This man is sick.
Well?
Well, get him a doctor.
There is no doctor in Rio Blanco. And even if there were, I wouldn't trouble him with a man who goes in front of the firing squad in the morning. Something wrong with the food, senor?
Not a thing. If you like garbage, I wouldn't slop pigs with that.
Because you come from a rich country. I've heard your streets are paved with gold. But we are a poor country. Our people cannot be so particular. And we cannot be wasteful. Eat your supper, senor. Eat it, or I will have my men feed it to you. Sergeant.
Guardia.
You eat it. A la pared.
In a moment, some scenes from next week's concluding episode of Legend of a General.
Your guns on the table.
Gracias, señorita. The trial has been set for 2 weeks from tomorrow at the district court in Hermosillo. Well, I thought I might point out to you that if you receive the death penalty, it will be carried out immediately.
What are you doing?